Welcome everyone to RGN here for the final night of our 3v3 Rocket League tournament. Super excited to see how this is all going to go down. And of course, to start things off, we got the upper bracket finals. It's going to be IBuyPower versus VQ Untethered. And again, just to give you a little bit of information, both teams have only dropped a single game throughout their entire tournament run. So lots on the line here. See who moves to the grand final, who drops to that lower bracket final. So I believe we are ready to rock already. So we'll jump right into the server here, as indeed we are. We're actually 30 seconds in. My mistake, as we're a little bit behind, but it doesn't look like we have a goal as of yet. That being said, I take that back. IBuyPower going to put one on the board here. Sad Jr. to credit. As we can see here, nice aerial actually from the midfield. Allow him to sink that one. It'll look like a bit of some individual effort. So good news for, again, the IBuyPower crew. And just to go through the lineup yet again, we got Gibbs, Cronovi, Sad Jr. on the IBuyPower side. And as for the opposite, VQ Untethered, we got Pluto, Waffle, and Luchino. Still have a hard time saying Waffle when it's spelled that way, but nonetheless.
Waffle.
See how this goes is joined by Laser Jesus, and actually we're gonna see another one. Gibbs gonna put a second one on the board very early here.
Yeah, I did miss that one. Let me get it. Let me get it one more time. So it looks like IBuyPower jumping out to a 2-0 lead, and if I'm not mistaken, this could very well be our finals match.
This is the upper bracket finals here. So yeah, one of these teams definitely moving forward. Again, only both teams only losing a single game throughout their entire tournament run. So again, very formidable opponents for each other. But it does look like IBuyPower. I would favor them slightly. Of course, they got the likes of Cronovi and such. But we'll see. I do believe VQ is going to put up a hell of a fight, as they've looked very promising as well, as we can see things going back and forth here. Nice shot on net, but it's going to be Sad Jr. keeping it out.
Let's see if they can keep up this pressure from Untethered. It's in the IBuyPower side. Cronovi looking to clear. Setting up Sad Jr. Okay, that's a high-flying one. Nobody in the area. Pluto's just going to send that one safely off to the side. Gibbs looking for one of his classic attacks from the back, but going to be sent onto the IBuyPower side. Sad Jr. going to clear the net. And it's not like VQ Untethered isn't putting this pressure on, but just can't seem to find the setups. IBuyPower doing a great job denying them.
Just another corner setup as they kind of volley it from one corner to the other. Sad Jr. rest in peace will be demoed as he's taken out of the play. But they are still finding a setup here. Potential. It is going to bounce just wide. Cronovi not able to. I think he's at a boost there. He's able to get up and find the opportunity he's looking for. That being said, another center here. Find its mark either, as Untethered. I've been told that they have dropped the VQ aspect. It's just Untethered, so we'll fix our graphic in good time, and I'll try and do my best to say Untethered. As again, 2:30 left on the clock. We're going to see Luchino actually with a bit of a breakout attempt here, but will be stifled by Sad Jr. as Cronovi looks to clear.
It will clear, but Pluto with another shot. How does he do that? 2 saves in one little aerial. That was crazy from Cronovi, but that's not a good bounce for Pluto. Waffle has to save this one. Not the best of clears. Luchino does make up for it, keeping it safe. Now on the defense once more is IBuyPower. Cronovi sends it with a backwards hit. Now IBuyPower, both teams just clearing it back and forth, unable to set anything up. Waffle, he could have put that shot on net, but it is just a clear. But yet, I've seen when I've casted these two teams, just as I say that, I was going to say IBuyPower struggling, and both teams struggling to set up what I normally see them set up quite well, but there's an easy one for IBuyPower.
Yeah, kind of drain another one. Sad Jr. to credit for that. And with a minute 45, 3-0. Just looking like a promising scoreline for the IBuyPower side. As just to let you guys know, we do have a best of 9 with a single game up advantage for our grand finals. It'll be tonight, so very excited to see how that plays out. As again, the winner here will move to the grand finals. The loser drops down to that lower bracket final. They'll face the winner of SNK versus 19 Ricochet. That's our second match of the evening. Cronovi looking to set up here, and actually it's going to be a beautiful one as it very gently sets it up for his teammate. Sad Jr. finding his hat trick.
Has so much time in front of that, going so slowly. Waffle tries to save. That's incredibly hard to do. Just flying off the side of the goal and try to time it right, but very slow pace on that ball, and eventually put in by IBuyPower. We're developing a massive lead here in game #1. And again, I said it before, but this very well could be our finals match if Untethered make it all the way through. And I'm wondering if they'll be tethered to another sponsor soon. I assume that was what the VQ was for.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. And I'm not going to lie, when you first made that statement, I was a little confused where you're getting at. But yeah, no, I totally know what you mean in that we could see Untethered just drop to that lower bracket and then find their way out of it, as there is some decent opponents down there. But again, Untethered with only one game being dropped. But IBuyPower, again, shaking them here as 4-0. They are going to have it in the offensive zone. Question of how much they can do with it, as they've got 40 seconds remaining. This first game might be in the bag here for IBuyPower. Again, this is still standard, just best of 5. Like I was saying, the grand final, best of 9.
Yeah, I like that format too. No, what a save by Lachinio.
Wow.
But he wishes he could have had some of those earlier, though. It's 4-0, insurmountable at this point. And we're going to go to game #2, IBuyPower and Untethered. Well, going to give him one. Oh, Gibbs almost had to save, but I guess that's just one for the morale.
Exactly. A little damage control, know that they can sail one in. And again, that was a long distance one, and to be fair, a bit of a botched save as well. But again, goal's a goal. They're going to put one on the board for themselves. A little bit of confidence potentially brewing as well. To be fair, not going to really affect this game #1 very much. We got 15 seconds. We'll see if they can potentially put in another one. Will be denied there. Gibbs sailing on out. Will be sent on back into the corner. With 5 seconds remaining. Again, IBuyPower taking game #1 here in this upper bracket final. And actually, Sad Junior sailing one potentially towards that. Almost land in a 5th, but not going to be so. So 1-0 IBuyPower. You would probably favor them coming in, but I still think that we could see Untethered bring something.
I definitely think so. Oh, waiting on me to ready up. Still going to take me a long time to get used to that, but yeah, 4-1. Jumped out to a big early start for IBuyPower, though. VQ Untethered definitely has what it takes to put up a fight and even win against IBuyPower. It may seem like I'm already counting VQ Untethered out with my statements of, might see these two teams in the lower bracket, but I'm also saying the same for IBuyPower. If they get knocked out, I almost expect any of these teams to just march their way through the lower bracket. But definitely seeing a lack of setups from what I'm normally seeing from these two teams, like when Untethered or IBuyPower play somebody else and not each other. It seems like they have a lot more shots on net, or at least chances, but I guess that's just attributed to both teams' defense, with a chance here, Untethered, and sent away by Gibbs. And oh no, that's not the hit Lachinio wanted. That's going to be a big setup, and it rolls in off the corner.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of fortunate goals like that at this high-level play, but that's going to be one that just trickles in, like you had stated, off the corner there. Gibbs with the barrel roll play.
Now, I'm wondering what Lachinio wanted there too. If he wanted to send it all the way to the other corner, because crossing in front of the net, I mean, anywhere near the ground could be really dangerous.
Oh yeah. Usually you want to clear up the wing if you're putting it in front of your own net. Well, hope that you got really good control with it, as we do see the ball actually kind of trickle past the crease of the IBuyPower side. So a little bit of offensive effort, as we'll see Pluto keep it into the corner, but actually really nice jump up the wall, going to create an offensive chance off of this. They're trying to find a way to center the ball, but IBuyPower just having none of it, winning that defensive duel. And Kronovi actually with a nice setup pass. They're going to sail it on in the dump, and I thought it was the dump and chase, but they actually already had a member there waiting for it. That's Sad Junior, as he has been very good offensively speaking. And they did have another opportunity, but now brought back the other way.
Oh, that's on net. Kronovi just gets back in time. Sad Junior with a terrible hit, but Pluto was turned around. That could have easily resulted in a goal. Kind of similar to the way that IBuyPower got their first one, as Kronovi clears it to the corner, trying to keep it safe. Pluto with a high center. This is dangerous. Nobody else around for Untethered, though. Perhaps, I mean, to my newbie eyes, just banking on IBuyPower clearing it, maybe not going for it, resulting, oh no, Lachinio with another one that could have ended up badly. But IBuyPower with a collision mid. Best chance yet.
Here we go, as they do get it into that corner. We'll see if Waffle can keep it in. Doesn't look like it's going to be so, as the dump and chase yet again. Pluto will be there. And actually, Kronovi almost rebounds that in. A little off its mark, though, and we'll see actually Sad Junior with a kind of a pass to Kronovi in the midfield. It will be intercepted here, as we see Untethered now with a potential opportunity will be sent out. Pluto trying to keep it in.
Pluto's been doing a really good job of just keeping the corner pressure up. If the centers were a bit higher, that's on net. Oh, off the crossbar. Almost Lachinio. Baffle with the follow-up, but Gibbs is going to try to clear it. That will be met by Lachinio. I don't think that's the hit he was looking for. Sad is in the area. This could result in a setup for IBuyPower, but I think they just want to sit on this 1-goal lead, regain their boost, and try to form another challenge. Don't want to give any of the easy ones up. As Kronovi sets up Sad Jr., Pluto in the net to Lachinio. What they might have a shot on this one, but Gibbs so good in the net. One more chance from Baffle, and they choke it.
Oh man, yeah, just not enough momentum there. Plenty of opportunity to block it. Sad Jr. doing exactly that now. A breakout of their own end. Actually, an attempt for Untethered to bring it back, but instead pickpocketed the goalie as he moved very far out of his defensive zone. See it again here as, yeah, just the block by Gibbs. What a read on the situation, recognizing it's going to go off of the right part of the car, and again, bouncing his direction, just deflects it on in.
Yeah, kind of similar to like letting your opponent hit the ball first at mid off the face-off. You're going to have to just guide which way the ball will go, but a really good pinch by Gibbs nonetheless. As VQ untethered. Nope, not VQ, just untethered. As Kronovi, oh, we're getting tricky, don't tell me. Oh, almost guided that one in.
That would have been a pretty one from across the field, just the aerial dribble from Kronovi, but won't be so. With a minute 35, though, it does look like IBuyPower yet again be taking this game number 2 as I'm gonna put some more offensive pressure on here. Sad Jr. trying to take control. Lachinio looking for an aerial, but he's gonna send the ball just sputtering back into the corner. We do try and clear, but we can see the opportunities, if at all any, for Untethered. Most of them kind of interrupted before they can even get going on those plays. And again, obviously, IBuyPower is on purpose as Gibbs going to take Waffle out of the play. Potential shot, but will be blocked.
Yeah, we've only seen a couple shots from the Untethered side as another one's going to roll in. Kronovi off the wall. Check this one out again. Is it all by himself? And you see Untethered trying to mount their offense, but Kronovi just jacks it at mid.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, very, very pretty play from Kronovi, showing us what he's got. As we got a minute left here in game number 2 and at a 3-0 scoreline. Untethered. They're not looking so hot at the moment. Need to find some opportunities for themselves, and they will be able to bring it up the field, but you can see Gibbs, defensively speaking, to clear it out yet again, and actually an opportunity off of this. See Untethered, they try and immediately clear, but IBuyPower not having any of that as they're going to bring it back in yet again. And another goal.
One.
Sad Jr. the credit on that one.
And Untethered's been letting a lot of these ones in, but
oh man,
how do you stop those? I mean, if they're trying to mount their offense, you got to stretch your defense a little thin at this point. I mean, I don't know. How do you stop those? IBuyPower seems to have found a lot of those, but how much of that do you attribute to them setting it up versus Untethered, you know, trying to mount a better offense? I can't tell.
Yeah, I feel like you have a significant advantage if you're able to shoot the ball in the directory of the net from any point in the field. And that's what IBuyPower, they can hit any aerial, any wall hit, more or less is going to, obviously give or take, send it in near the net or at least set up for a potential play being made. As we'll see IBuyPower keeping it out of their own net. They will shut out here in game number 2. But yeah, just that last goal was a perfect example of it's in their end, and off a wall hit, they can still sail it on in. And, well, if Untethered's out of position at all, good luck getting back for it.
So 4-1 and 4-0 have been our scores so far. Untethered, we spent a little time discuss what's going wrong, any sort of adjustments at this point. Because down 2-0, got to run it all the way back in order to avoid that lower bracket where you got to play a lot more games, which, of course, is not good. More chances to lose.
Yeah, indeed. As, of course, they will fall to the lower bracket final. So if you want to fall to the lower bracket, that's probably going to be where you'd want to end up. But still, extra game where you could just soar into the grand finals. That would be the preferable way to go. But again, moving into game number 3. See how this is going to play out. As Untethered, they've got one more game opportunity to keep themselves out of the lower bracket. If not, though, IBuyPower They will find the grand final, and again, prize pool $600 to number 1, 300 to number 2, and $100 to our 3rd place. All will be decided tonight, as we do see game number 3 is live. A little bit chewed off the clock already, and it is going to be an IBuyPower's end, but quickly getting it out of there.
Untethered just want to put something on net. It's been so long since they've gotten a goal. As Pluto slowly trying to clear it. Oh, does make it around Gibbs. That's going to be one on net. Almost rolls in. And Untethered need that. Just some fortune.
Yeah. Tries to deke his way up the field and look potentially pretty. And actually another one, Chinio putting a shot on net, but Kronovi will make sure it does not see the back of the net.
Pluto is so good in the corner like that.
Oh man, and that was again very, very close opportunity as work it in from the corner, and actually that was a very nice shot from our angle. Couldn't actually spot where that one was aimed for, but back in the net was the intention. Will be Untethered taking the first goal here in game 3. They got the lead.
And what a quick shot that was. 114 measured on that one. Gibbs is quick, but I don't know about that. As Sad Jr., oh, he hits it back to his side. It is safely to the corner. Perhaps was trying to set Gibbs up. Kronovi off the wall. He's not there. Boffel with a shot. Oh, a bit wide. It is into the corner, though. Lachinio juked by Sad Jr. Pluto from the corner. He's good here. Sets up Lachinio. Gibbs is there. But still, 1-0 lead.
0-3:40 left on the clock. IBuyPower looking to make something out of this. Sad Jr. looking for the wall. Actually, no, he just dumps in and allows actually Kronovi to follow it up. And then he's going to actually try and crash the net here. They're not going to find the shot they were looking for. Pluto looking for the dekes. Will be able to sail it up into the opposing corner, but no actual shot on net as, again, bringing it back up. IBuyPower, Sad Jr. with the aerial. They will keep it in the corner. And they might be able to potentially center off of it here as, wow, that was a number of vehicles all trying to get that one shot in, but IBuyPower just keeping it in. The pressure is on.
Yeah, they keep dumping it into the corner, but it's not high enough for a good setup, and you can't make it around anybody justice, I say that. Ball's out of the corner. IBuyPower. Deny the clear from Lachinio. Lachinio doesn't hit the follow-up, and Pluto. He's usually so good defensively.
I can't believe Kronovi was able to do that. He was facing away from the net on the first hit that he took on the ball, and it bounces off his hood in a way that continues the momentum towards the net, and then he follows it up. Just amazing play from Kronovi. Short of what we expect as 1-1. 2:45 left on the clock here, and Untethered, they've lost their lead.
Ooh, nice by Boffel off his hood.
It was a very nice setup.
Get this again, so pretty. These I struggle with these so much. I mean, that's going the other way if I hit it.
That is incredible. Yeah, just takes off the ball cam, I imagine, just lines it up perfectly underneath where it's going to be coming down. And again, excellent work. 2-1. Untethered, right as I say, they've lost the lead. They take it right back. So keeping the dream alive again. If IBuyPower take game number 3 here, would sweep the series and move into the grand finals. We'd see Untethered move on down, but they're putting a lot of opportunities, at least close to the net here. A couple there, but now not out of the zone. Kronovi doing that, but actually denied and now brought back in the opposing zone. IBuyPower looking to struggle a little bit here.
Yeah, they can't seem to clear it just yet, but they will now. On the attack back in their own zone is Gibbs looking to clear off the wall. Boffel, that's a great setup. That's on net as well. Lachinio too far away though. And now it's IBuyPower's turn. Kronovi to put it in. Lachinio with the save. It's still heading towards the net. No, Lachinio looking to correct himself, and now it's Gibbs. And it is going to bounce. Boffel is there. Lots of attempts on net, but they're just not quick enough.
Yeah, so close. As we got a minute 40 and Untethered, they hang on to this lead. They're going to move at least up to 1 game in their favor, but they do need to reverse sweep to win this best of 5 as are in a bad spot. But again, minute 30. IBuyPower going to try and find an opportunity there, but instead brought back the other way. Lachinio not able to control it away. Actually, they do get a shot on net, but Gibbs keeps it out.
Gibbs with the mittens right now. He is saving any more goals. Problem being, IBuyPower needs to score. Good stuff by Lachinio. That's going to allow Boffel to set up. Not what he was looking for. But IBuyPower, it's hard to clear it from that corner when you got no velocity as Pluto puts a shot on net. Now it's Gibbs to clear. He's so good at shooting these, but he dumps it into the corner. I suppose that's the smarter play, given that a block is probably going to happen. And Pluto, oh, that was going to get set up for Kenobi. That was beautiful stuff.
5 seconds now as IBuyPower. Tension is rising a little bit as we would love to 3-0. Again, want to keep it just one game lost in the entire tournament run thus far. We're going to see Chino able to keep it out. No, Kronovi, the fancy
that was a
wall
weird
hit.
one.
Yeah, does keep it in, but now sent back into the IBuyPower zone. 25 seconds remaining to drain one, but a shot on net. Gibbs keeps it out, and Dream's still alive, but running out of time.
Yep, keeping the pressure up. Vaffel, another clear. Every clear, any clear at this point is probably going to be the end. One more attack from IBuyPower. Pluto sends that one back, coming way out of the net. Unless they can keep this one all the way up. One last chance. IBuyPower for the match. I don't know if anybody else is getting under that one. Yeah, Pluto dumps it. With that, it is going to be 2-1. IBuyPower lead. But it is possible that we might see the sweep.
Reverse sweep could be a possibility. As well, that's the first step in that direction. Kind of a low-scoring game, 2-1. As, again, the first two was 4-1 for IBuyPower and the first 4-0 in the second. So definitely a nice comeback as... Just waiting for these guys to ready up. Having some sort of issue. Don't start right away. Okay, apparently we're taking a bit of a breather here, Laser. You know, been their grip of the steering wheel and stuff. They just got to relax their hands a little bit, you know, after you're using clutch so often. Legs get a little sore. Gotta take a bit of a break. It's understandable.
So speaking of that, like, I think I have very soft hands, right? Like, because I mean, these hands don't see a lot of hard days work anymore.
Right, we're keyboard warriors.
I've noticed, like, I think I have calluses from my mouse. And
Really?
I'm ashamed to say that, but yeah,
That
I'll
is
have to show you. I
hilarious.
mean, at our LAN coming up here in a week. But yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
Back when I played StarCraft 2, I actually injured my thumb one time just swiping it. I don't remember exactly how it was done, but again, just the high sensitivity I played on swiped in a weird way and just kind of like strained my thumb. And I was like, wow. All right, I just injured myself playing StarCraft 2. I don't know if you've seen. There's an excellent picture of. It's a picture of a giant crowd in Korea, and everybody is holding up a certain part of their palm or of their wrist, showing there's a little ball right underneath, like your thumb, where that's where you would rest your hand for proper like technique in StarCraft for playing with high. So they all have a giant red mark on the exact same part of their hand from just overuse of that positioning. So anyhow, gotta love it, Laser. We got all the esports injuries coming in.
Right? I mean, I was so it's as far back as I can remember with watching StarCraft like Boxer, and then he has all those hand problems, like the
Yeah.
micro movements from StarCraft, like the
Yeah.
sensitivity that they use in that game is it's ridiculous.
It is insane, and yeah, and the precision that they're able to keep with it. It's extraordinary stuff. But yeah,
Right.
it's interesting. We don't see. I haven't seen a lot of that in Counter-Strike thus far, but I know in League, for example, I think there is some players that'll take time off for injuries of some sort. But it's always interesting to me. But I haven't seen a lot of that in Counter-Strike. I don't know if you have any injury stories for people you've seen just over swipe and
I mean, well, my
strain
index
themselves.
finger when I was playing competitively, and I think I was 22 at the time, like I developed whenever I'd click or spend like a long practice period, anything over 4 hours, like my index finger, the place behind it on the top of my hand would really hurt. But
Interesting.
yeah, I think that's just like gripping the mouse too hard in intense
Yeah.
situations, though.
Something like that.
Probably. I
I
suppose
used to. I
only
used to
5
actually.
people know what we're talking about at this point.
That's okay. I don't know. Well, we'll continue. I actually had a computer chair previous, and now I have my beautiful DX Racer. But the one previous to it, the way that I would play StarCraft, I would again just a lot of pressure on the way your wrist is on. Very different than the arm aim that I use for Counter-Strike and such. But I would actually lose feeling in half of my hand some of the time because my elbow would start to dig into my armrest too much. So I'd be like, oh no, I'm like microing because you can't feel like half your hand because you're trying to like move your arm a little bit to get the life back into it. But anyhow, just problems with long-term gaming, right?
Long term, God knows what I've done to my eyes. Like, yeah, like I've heard not only myself but a lot of other Counter-Strike players, like, yeah, I've read that it's like mini seizures when your eye will twitch. Like if you go for an extremely long time. I don't have it. I don't get it anymore. I'm not playing competitively, but I used to. Like my right eye would like twitch, and apparently it's mini
Interesting.
seizures, which was really alarming.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's really common, I guess.
huh. That is very interesting. Yeah. Anyhow, it looks like we have received an update on what's going on. So it looks like we have a voice client issue with one of the players. It's apparently it thinks he does not have internet, but clearly he does. So we're gonna have to get that sorted out here. So guys, we are gonna throw to a very short break, but when we return, we are gonna finish this upper bracket final, move on to our lower bracket semifinal, then the lower bracket final, then of course, drumroll, the grand final. So we'll have all that coming at you, but we are going to take a very short break while these technical issues get resolved. So don't go too far, guys. You are watching Rocket League here on RGN.